convince Chris. But he always says that he don't fuck with me in fantasy. He's like, I'll trust you to hide a dead body with me, but I don't trust you in fantasy football. Like, what the fuck does that mean?
God damn it, Chris.
He's fucking crazy. And he says it like dead ass serious too. He's like, hide a dead body, I trust you. I got your back, and I know you got mine. Fantasy football, fuck you, man. I don't trust you. I'm like, what the heck? Okay.
All right, Chris.
Thanks, man. I guess, you know.
Shit, I guess that's the fucking intro.
Yeah.
We wanted to lay off of the fucking fantasy or like just footballs and sports, but sports has been fucking nuts lately.
Yeah.
Just in general, it's been fucking
all around
nuts.
sports.
All over, like just sports in general has been fucking nuts. Raiders fans, I posted this thing on Twitter earlier today. It was something on the lines of like, it was like me as a Raiders fan today, and it was like this. It was the picture of, or it was a gif of fucking. What's that fool's name from fucking Waterboy? We suck again.
Yeah.
Fucking that guy.
I seen this weird one where it was like this Chinese guy sitting in like a big cone wearing Raiders gear, and he just looks all sad. And I was like, where the fuck did this picture come from? I get it. Like, I totally feel that guy.
You're
but
right.
like, where did this picture come from?
We go 3-0. And then we lost to the Chargers. That one, I was like, okay, we lost to the Chargers. Like, fucking Justin Herbert's a beast. Those guys got to be a deep playoff threat. Like, it's fucking, like, they're fucking playing out of their minds right now. Like, all right, fine, whatever. And then we get fucking torched by the Chicago Bears, who have a quarterback that doesn't even know how to throw the fucking football yet.
And two backup running backs.
And two backup running backs that just ran our shit.
If you guys are fantasy football guys, pick up any running back that faces the Raiders every week, and you'll probably get points.
Yeah, like our fucking run defense is fucking horrid.
Yeah.
And then Derek Carr played like, oh my fucking God, speaking of fantasy football, Knox just caught a 30-yard touchdown.
You needed that.
Yes, I needed that shit. Anyways, yeah, it's Sunday.
How do they say it in podcast? Timestamp that?
Yeah, timestamp that. Fucking, it's the Bills versus the Chiefs right now, and I have Knox and Stephon Diggs, and Knox just caught a fucking TD for, that was like 60 yards.
Oh, yeah, that was fucking deep, dude.
Holy shit. That's what I needed, baby. Come on. Derek Carr shit the fucking sheets. I was literally just about to bring up Derek Carr, too. Fucking shit the sheets. Got like 8 points for me in fantasy. Played like fucking ass today.
He played like Derek Carr.
Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing I will say. My uncle said that, and I was like, yeah. The O-line fucking sucked.
Yeah.
The receivers weren't catching any of his footballs.
Yeah.
And he was playing like a bitch, like he used to.
Yeah.
So there was just like, no matter how you looked at it, it wasn't good. Like, for our offense. Like, there's nothing going for us on offense.
I'll say it is, our O-line sucked all year, and we still won 3 games.
Fucking ass. Yep.
So we got to eliminate that one, because we've been able to win with this shitty O-line before. Drop balls, I get it. That fucking sucks. Like, there was a lot of big-time drop balls, but Carr reverted back to his bullshit because he panicked. He stopped trusting people. Mm-hmm. He was fucking, what was that one where you're like fucking Waller, 6 foot, whatever, fucking big motherfucker, and he throws it at his shins.
Yeah.
And then you wonder why he don't catch it. You know, it's 3rd and 21, and he throws 4 yards, and he's hoping Waller or Renfro are going to make a bunch of, like, come on, man. He's reverting back to his shit. He's panicking. Carr will always be Derek Carr. He's not going to get any better. He will challenge every now and then and throw deep.
This is what I'll say, though. Just to play devil's advocate and defend Derek Carr a little bit, would he be fucking better if he had a better O-line? Sure, maybe he doesn't have to make less throws on the run, but like as you said, I mean, you have 3 weeks where you play against the fucking Ravens, the Pittsburgh Steelers, you play against the Chargers, where you're consistently making throws on the run, consistently having to make plays. Like, is it just him slowing down, or is it just like he's just kind of is like, I'm over it. I just want to fucking make these short throws. But either way, like, sure, having a better O-line would make him a little bit more consistent.
Yeah, sure.
Having,
that's fair to say.
That's fair to say, right? And then as far as the receivers dropping balls, like I said at one point when Waller like literally dropped like a catch that Darren Waller should play, I was like, or should catch. I was like, I mean, those are not
hit him in his hands.
And then the one with Bryan Edwards was inexcusable. The most inexcusable drop ever. My little ass, had I hit the same route, I would have fucking caught that 10 out of 10 times.
Yeah,
It didn't make sense, and I told you, like,
wide open.
I told you, like, it had to have been that he was scared to get hit or something. Had to have been that he was like, okay, this guy's right in front of me. He's gonna fucking hit me. Let me catch and then brace. But he fucking tried to brace before even catching the foot. I don't know what it was, but it was the easiest catch you could make in the NFL.
He even stood right there and just stared for like a good, what felt like fucking half hour, but like a good 5 seconds, just like, fuck, man.
Yeah, like those.
Finally
are the ones
get a shot, and this is what I do.
Right.
You know, it's fucking horrible. But you said run. And I think Carr needs to use his legs more. Like, even when Nate FIREMEN was in there for a little bit,
right,
he got a first down. He was willing and dealing. Like, he's mobile, you know, and that's what made Mariota great.
Oh, here comes the cat fucking douchebag.
But, like, he won't do it, you know?
Hey, we got the new guest. Bellamy Vasquez. Look
at
that guy, the GOAT.
All right.
But, yeah, it's just, it's like it's literally that gif. We suck again. Like it's literally went from like we're gonna make a playoff run to like, what the fuck am I watching? And another thing we also got to give
unique. Sorry.
Another thing we got to give Derek Carr credit for is fucking or not credit for, but something we got to kind of like be like, all right, like another excuse I guess we could give for Derek Carr is like the run game can't do shit because of that O-line. So not only is that O-line keeping him from giving him comfortability in the pocket, but it's also keeping him from getting that pressure off his back with the fucking run game. Because the run game ain't shit without Josh Jacobs. He there's no run game. There is none. And even then, he barely makes fucking plays.
I wish they'd get creative with it, like do some pitches, some hard pitches.
Right, they did a little bit, right? Wasn't there like one play where they had like the team rolled. It was something like I remember they had a team rolled left or something. They had Alec Ingold sprint to the right, and then they fucking pitched it to Josh Jacobs, and he ran behind Alec Ingold. That for like a good like 6-7 yards, I think.
They gotta do
that
something more like that.
They gotta do shit like that.
But like when it's fucking 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1, please don't try to fucking run down the middle and knowing our O line is ass.
Right.
And then you put Carr to fucking do a quarterback sneak, and he gets hurt. Like, wow, our O line is not great. Why would you do that?
So, and then you're bringing that up. Why would you do that? And that's why I literally after the game, all that was trending on Twitter was fire Gruden. Literally on my trending page, it says fire Gruden, and so people are calling for Gruden to get fired.
I honestly
what are your thoughts on that?
I think it's his last year. So if we don't win, he's gonna resign or get fired because it's been 4 years into his program. We're not getting any better, and then these new things come out with the email from 2011, like. It's all just kind of like adding up, and I think it's going to be one of those things where he's going to say something like, I'm just going to step away from football, and and they're going to do like a graceful thing, but I think he's out.
Who do we get? And so that's what I was telling my uncle. I was like, okay, cool, we get rid of Gruden. So and then we get someone else. We're either fucked for 3 years, or we hit the gold mine and get like the next fucking Sean McVay.
Bring fucking Harbaugh back.
We can.
That'd be dope.
We fucking can. That's a good point. We could do that.
Harbaugh,
and hold on, so didn't Harbaugh? You're talking about the one that coached the Super Bowl winning Baltimore team, or is that a different one?
The one that's in Baltimore is still there coaching.
His
brother is the other Harbaugh that coached the Niners to the Super Bowl with Colin Kaepernick as quarterback.
Ooh, so there you go.
And he had like a great winning record in pros, and then he got a fat paycheck to go to Michigan.
Damn.
Yes,
so we get him.
But when fucking asshole just clawed my foot. But Mark Davis has proven he's willing to pay.
Right.
So
$100 million or whatever for fucking Gruden.
Yeah. So I think you could lure Harbaugh out.
I think we can. I would take that. Honestly, we get rid of Gruden because, as you said, you're like so many plays, especially on offense, where you're just kind of like, what the fuck? And then they had that one with Gus Bradley. I've been gassing Gus Bradley all season, but this one play was fucking questionable as shit. He had all of them kind of go like deep, like all of the safeties and all the corners go deep, and they were literally on the first down line.
It was third and long.
It was third and long.
Like
they put them on the first down line. So no matter whatever throw they make, they'll at least get to the first down line.
Yeah.
So what you have to that play doesn't really logically doesn't make any sense. You do that same kind of scheme, right? But you bring them 5 yards away from the first down line to keep them from getting there.
And if you want to keep them deep, you keep your safeties deep. That's what they're there for.
Yeah.
You know.
And Amik got fucking I would say this. You could you could disagree. But I think people are gonna. I just have a feeling people are gonna shit on Amik Robertson. But he did the best he could with the hands he was dealt.
I think
they were putting
down.
him on some giants, dude.
Yeah.
On some absolute giants. You know what I mean? As a second-year player, they were putting him on some I mean, it might as well be his rookie season. This is his first time he's ever had fucking, first-team snaps.
Yeah.
That was like, he did the best he could. If you think about it, he was locking motherfuckers down, but they were just bigger than him. So it was just like, it wasn't doing much.
He wasn't doing what Arnett does, messing up tackles or anything like that. Like, he was, even when they caught the ball, that's where the play ended because he took him down.
Yeah, exactly.
It wasn't like Arnett where he's like trying to fucking, I don't know what he's trying to do.
Exactly. That's exactly the point. So, like, with the hands he was dealt, dude, I want to show fucking Amik Robertson some love because he fucking did really well considering the position he was put in.
Dude, starting him and Hobbs, it's pretty dangerous for us, dude, and I think they did pretty well.
I think they did too. I like Nate Hobbs and Amik Robertson.
It could have been a lot worse today.
It could have been a lot worse.
It wasn't ass whooping for us, but it could have been a lot worse. Like, we went against a legit team that would beat the fuck out of us.
What did we give up? What was the final score? 20-9?
Yeah,
dude,
and most of those were field goals.
The defense only gave up 20, and like you said, most of them were fucking field goals.
Yeah.
So it's the offense's problem at this point. I think we're looking at an offensive problem.
For sure.
I don't think it's weapons.
You know what I think, too, might need to happen is Gruden needs to give up play calling. We have an offensive coordinator. Let the offensive coordinator choose the plays.
Right.
They were talking about that during the game. That Nagy did that. The head coach of the Bears, last week, he was like, hey, you know what? It's not working, the play calling. I'm going to let the offensive coordinator make the plays.
Right.
And they look better.
Right.
That's what Gruden needs to do. He needs to give it up. Anyways, we suck again.
Yeah.
Dodgers pulled it out.
Dodgers pulled it fucking
on
out.
Julio, baby. Bats woke up.
Dude, I literally 10 minutes ago, as we were recording this, Christian Vasquez hit a bomb over the Green Monster, to win the Boston Red Sox the game in the bottom of the 13th.
It's fucking hard to do.
Bottom of the 13th over the fucking Green Monster. Wasn't even starting the game. Fucking, it was a chilling moment. It was fucking fun to watch. I'm a Dodgers fan, and so watching that, I could only imagine what it must have felt like for a Boston Red Sox fan. They're playing a fucking beast team in the Rays, and by the way, you know who else hit a fucking nuke over the Green Monster today? My fucking boy, Kike Hernandez. That's my fucking dog. Come back to the Dodgers, man. Please, we need you back. I know you, sir. I think he's a free agent next year. Come back, man. Yeah. I fucking miss you, man. And he's been fucking hot for the Boston Red Sox, dude. Literally fucking... I love Kike Hernandez, dude. I'm so fucking sad he's not with us anymore, but I'm so stoked seeing him do the shit he's done in Boston.
Kike's doing exactly what he's always been doing. He's consistent,
I think so too.
Man.
Yep.
He's a consistent
I fucking
player.
love Kike Hernandez. And so...
He makes it fun out there. He brings the energy.
Right. And so, bottom of the 13th, a bomb. And so, what I was going to say was, bottom of the 13th, a bomb. I got chills. Was like, holy shit, watching that as a Dodgers fan. I wonder what it must have felt like for a Boston Red Sox fan. Well, I know what it felt like in our own version for a Dodgers fan. Bottom of the 9th, fucking Chris Taylor comes up. My sister goes, they have a pitching change mid-inning. I think somebody was on first, maybe. I think somebody might have been on first.
Bellinger was on second.
Chris Taylor comes up. They have a pitching change. My sister goes, who's this pitcher? And word for word, you could ask her, you could vouch. She goes, who's this new pitcher that they're bringing? Or like this pitcher that they're bringing in. My sister doesn't know much about baseball. So she's like, who's this guy? Like, who the fuck is this guy, right? I go, it's the guy who's going to give up the walk-off home run to Chris Taylor. And I said that.
Yeah.
Half kidding, half serious. Chris Taylor comes up, hits a fucking bomb, dude. I was fucking screaming. I was running around the house fucking, yeah, fuck yeah, fucking getting hyped, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking baseball's so fun to watch right now.
You know what I think is funny, too, is because Chris Taylor is a very calm, mellow guy.
Right.
He doesn't show a lot of emotion, always straight-faced.
Right.
So to see him hype,
yeah,
it brought that much more like, fuck, even Chris Taylor's like hype right now, you know?
Yeah, it was fucking awesome,
Couldn't have a better guy. He didn't even start the game.
Yeah, it was fucking fun, dude.
And I think he brought the fire, too, because his bat came alive in the last game where we finally started him. We benched Beatty, put Bellinger at first, and put CT3 out in outfield. He caught a lot of deep balls that went out his way. He had a good defensive game.
I don't know why he wasn't
hit
starting from the beginning.
He needs to keep starting.
Yeah, I don't know why he wasn't starting from the beginning, but whatever.
And then we got Max Scherzer tomorrow starting.
Yeah, Scherzer, who when he played the who did we play? The Cardinals?
Yeah,
he was a little.
Game. Yeah, so hopefully
he'll come in hot.
cobwebs are shook off. Him and Bueller, Julio was a little shaky too for a little bit. Like I don't know what's going on there, but he held it down. He only gave it one run.
He only gave up one run, and he did fucking ding one in.
Yeah.
So
Dude,
Julio was a
funny.
success.
They intentionally walked AJ Pollock because they're like, we'll just pitch to the pitcher. Like, he don't know what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah.
Bink. RBI,
Fucking Julio.
baby.
And me and you were both like, or you said it, but I thought it. I was like, they're getting a little too overconfident walking.
Yeah, especially with that guy.
Fucking Julio. Yeah, you said with that guy, like, is he fucking Julio has been raking this season. Like, he's got a better batting average than Cody Bellinger does.
He does, yeah.
So it's like, I don't know what the okay. And in my head, I was like, they're gonna hit a bomb. Here he comes, and then he fucking dink Julio. I was like, fucking go.
And he has a very like smooth swing.
He's a good batter,
dude. It's a nice swing, dude.
He's a good batter.
You see pitchers swing, they're like awkward, like they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Right.
But he has a good swing.
You're right.
Yeah, it's really cool
You just
to
put
watch
the
him.
fucking bat on the ball, and I was like, yeah, I mean, you wanted to walk fucking AJ Pollock, so.
It's like I told you before, it reminds me of Hideo Nomo, because Hideo Nomo, back in the day, was fun to watch bat as a pitcher. They called him the Tornado because of the way he used to pitch. But he would hit home runs. Like, he would fucking hit him, like, almost every time up, it was either home run or the pop fly at the wall. Like, every time. So, like, it was exciting to watch him. Like, oh, shit, Nomo's about to bat, you know? And I get like that now with Urias. You know?
So
that's really cool.
He's kind of similar to, he's probably the equivalent to Shohei Ohtani then, huh?
Hideo Nomo?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Nomo only pitched. He didn't play anything else. He didn't lead off bat. He was just, he just was lucky. Like, he'd hit a lot of pop flies, and they'd always go to the outfield. Like, it was just weird. But it was fun because, sometimes how you hear the pop and you think, like, oh, it's going up.
Right.
And then it's a pop fly.
Right.
But, like, that's what it was like every time he batted. It wasn't like an easy strikeout. Like, he made contact.
Got you.
Got
you. And fucking Shohei Ohtani's going to be a stud, too, dude.
Fucking guy's legit, man.
He's a fucking beast. As much as I fucking hate the Angels because I'm a Dodger fan, like, that guy's the guy I turn on their games for. Like, I literally will watch the Angels just to watch Shohei Ohtani play.
Yeah.
Because it's like, that guy's, like, the reason why I do it is because not only is he fucking fun to watch, but I'm like, I turn it on, I'm like, I'm watching history.
Yeah.
They're going to be talking
100%.
about Shohei Ohtani in the next decade. If he could keep this up, it's only been a year, but this got to be one of the most, like, remarkable years out of a fucking player, like, ever. Yeah. And also, another fucking dual-willed or whatever player you want to call it. Fucking, you sent me that thing with Alex Verdugo saying he wants to start pitching again.
Yeah, he's a good pitcher.
I would fucking love to see that.
Imagine.
I would love to see that.
Even if it was just like a setup guy. Do an inning or two
for an inning,
to start off.
Yep.
To get it going.
Yeah. So he's gonna work on that in the offseason. Alex Verdugo. You remember how we talked about in one of the episodes? There was an episode where we, or maybe it might have been you, one of your solo episodes. They asked what jersey, you would want that's not from a team. Mm-hmm. Alex Verdugo is one of them. Yeah. I would take a Boston Red Sox Alex Verdugo jersey, 100%. Yeah. I fucking love Verdugo. 99 looks fucking suave on him, by the way. 99 looks fucking cool. Like, I could just see that being retired one day.
Well, I believe Manny Ramirez, who is an all-time Boston Red Sox legend, he played for the Dodgers too at the end of his career, was 99.
Yeah, 99 looks fucking dope, dude.
I don't know if he'd have to do a lot to steal that from Manny to get it retired under his name.
That's true. But it looks fucking dope.
Yeah, for sure.
I love 99 on Verdugo. It just looks like it makes sense.
Yeah, so football's whatever. Dodgers are keeping it exciting.
Right.
Basketball takes off in 10 days.
Yep.
Beginning of the season.
Yep.
I don't know if you heard Anthony Davis is hurt. They're hoping he'll be able to start the season.
Oh, guess what? Not surprised.
Yeah.
Notice how the expression of my face didn't change?
What do they call him? What did Barkley call him? His nickname? Street clothes?
I don't know.
I think he says, he goes, I'm gonna call him street clothes because that's all you ever see him in is street clothes. I was like, damn, Barkley talking shit.
Mr. Glass is what he is.
Yeah.
Mr. fucking Glass.
I'm not surprised. So much talent, dude. It's crazy.
Guess what? Not surprised. Everybody thought I was crazy for saying that we should trade him. Why not? He literally, I mean, why not trade a player that's not going to ever fucking play for us? I mean, it's the only thing that makes sense to me. He's not going to fucking play. He's going to be hurt all the time. I mean, and every time they're like, oh no, this is the season. He'll be fine. Nope, gets hurt again. Not surprised. Whoop-de-doo. That's why we got Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, hopefully Westbrook is good.
It looks fucking, by the way, fucking awesome seeing LeBron James in number 6 again.
Yeah.
In a Lakers jersey this time. Fucking dope. So fucking dope. But, sports is...
You got Rondo back, Dwight Howard. Trevor Reeves is hurt. He's going to be out the first couple of weeks, they said. Yeah. Anthony Davis might still make it for the opening game. They're just resting him through preseason.
There's been a weird injury bug in sports lately.
Yeah.
Weird.
And a weird missing field goals day today.
Yeah.
Missing kicks.
No, yeah, missing kicks just in general.
Yeah, in general.
7 extra mix. I think that I looked at. They tweeted on Twitter. 7 missed extra points, and that's not including the missed field goals.
Yeah, I think or 7 alone just in the Green Bay fucking Bengal game.
Yeah, and then that's also not including the fucking actual field goals in that same game.
Yeah.
So, I feel bad for Burrow, dude. I feel fucking bad for Burrow. He should have won that game time and time again, dude. And by the way, Joe Burrow's a fucking beast. I love watching Joe Burrow play. That's another jersey I would take.
Yeah.
A Burrow, definitely I would take a Burrow. A Burrow 9 jersey for the Cincinnati Bengals. I fucking love their new jerseys are fucking fire, by the way, too.
Yeah, I like the all white ones I sent you.
Those are fucking fire, dude.
Yeah. But
yeah.
I think it shows a lot that, say what you want about Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, he started off light, but now he's averaging at least 2 touchdown passes a game. He's back to Aaron Rodgers again. So that's a legit Green Bay team. And for the Bengals to go toe-to-toe with them like this, even though they lost, it shows a lot about the Bengals this year.
Yeah, and that's that's kind of where I was going with that was fucking feel bad for Joe Burrow. You know, he should be 4-1 right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
or whatever they are. They're football. Like what?
They're 3-2 now. So, but yeah, 4-1.
They should have been 4-1, dude. Like, but hey, they might be a fucking playoff threat, low key. Like
they still can make
a dark horse for sure, dude.
Yeah.
Do you see that fucking catch Jamar Chase made?
Yeah.
That fucking catch was fucking unbelievable, dude. Unfucking believable. Like I saw that and I was like, yeah, Joe Burrow and fucking Jamar Chase. That was probably the best thing they could have. Like everybody was like, oh, I don't know why they didn't get nice seawall. Joe Burrow needs protection. I was like, well, that's why, because of that fucking kid.
T. Higgins had a couple of big catches too.
That team is fucking filthy, dude.
Yeah.
Absolutely fucking filthy.
He had a big drop too, but like he had some big pickups,
yeah,
and they're doing it with our hurt Joe Mixon.
Yeah, Cincinnati's pretty lethal right now, dude.
And then we also had this weekend that big fight, the probably last big boxing match we'll have for a long time.
Yeah, well, for the heavyweight division at least.
Yeah,
or super heavyweight, whatever the fuck they call it.
Unfortunately, like there's good fights like Ryan Garcia and stuff that are coming up, but for some reason the big guys just sell better. It's weird. Maybe because their people don't appreciate the actual technique of the sport,
right?
And they just want to see knockouts. It's like the UFC. Like me and you, knowing MMA, will watch. We're like, man, this is a technical ass fight, and all of a sudden they're like booing. You're like, what the fuck are they booing?
Right.
Like this is a fucking technical ass fight right here. It's the same thing with boxing. Like Ryan Garcia put on a clinic, and people will be like, it's not great because he didn't knock him out. He just beat the shit out of this guy for 12 rounds.
Right.
Like, or it was a back and forth or something, you know, and you're like, man, this is a great fight. And people were like, oh, it wasn't a knockout.
Well, so no, what the thing is with the Ryan Garcia division is there's like 3 guys in that division. There's probably, maybe, I don't know how Broner's doing. I think Broner's back, Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia. And those 3 are fucking mowing everybody. Ryan Garcia's knocking people out inside 4 rounds. If you make it past 4 rounds with Ryan Garcia, that's a fucking tip of the cap. He's knocking you out inside 4. Like, he's fucking, like, viciously knocking you out inside 4. And then those 3 are kind of like, and same thing goes for fucking Gervonta Davis and all these other guys. They're just fucking mauling these other people, right? But the reason why they're not drawing is because the people don't want to see them knock out these fucking nobodies. They know they're going to go in there and knock these guys out. They want to see them fight each other. Yeah. So the fights that they're going to draw are going to be Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia. Fucking Gervonta Davis versus Broner versus Ryan Garcia. I don't even know if Broner's in the same division. But I know Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia want to fight. That's going to be the fights.
No, I'm not saying they're not going to be good fight. I'm just saying they're not going to draw the same amount of money pay-per-view wise. Like,
no. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
No, I know. Even against each other, they're not going to add up.
Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia?
We'll watch when they go up. We'll pull up the numbers, and I guarantee they're not even close.
Yeah.
It's just the way the sport is.
It's also the personality thing, too, because Tyson Fury is just one of the most
I will say about personality, Adrian Broner is a fucking asshole. Like, he talks a lot of shit. But mad props to the guy coming back to box, because I don't know if you knew this. This dude was, like, broke homeless. Like, completely. He was at the top of his game, had millions, and blew it all on some crazy shit. I don't know what. I even think he got, like, into drugs or something.
Right.
I don't know. But for him to come back and start fucking people up again, like, good for you, dude.
Right.
You know, like, to come back from the, you know, 'cause who's to say that his shit talking isn't part of the show to sell fights?
Right.
It might not necessarily mean that that he's a bad guy.
Right. You know it's like that thing with Conor McGregor where he literally just went out of pocket with talking shit to Habib, and then when Habib was like beating the fucking dog shit out of him, he's like, let's talk now. Let's talk now. And then Conor got up and the fucking bell rang. He was like, it's just business.
Yeah, just trying to sell tickets. Like, now that you're getting your ass kicked.
Yeah, he's like, let's sell tickets now, bitch.
It's crazy, though, because I kind of feel like this one with Poirier is a little bit more real.
What do you mean?
Like, their beef is, like, more beyond just selling the fight. Like, I honestly think...
Poirier and who?
And McGregor.
Oh, Poirier, yeah, for sure.
Like, that one, like, crossed lines. I think maybe when you start including people's wives, then you're like, hey, man.
And then Dustin was saying that Conor was saying that he wanted to murder him and shit. Yeah. Do you see, like, that's what he was saying. Like, I didn't hear that, but I'm pretty sure, like, he was, like, hearing, like, from, like, the grapevine. Like, he was talking about murdering me. He crossed the line, and that's where
Poirier was like, fuck you, man.
Yeah, fuck
like,
you.
It's not about selling fights no more. You don't talk about someone's family.
Yeah, I beat you twice.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
He'll still draw, but I think he needs to fucking fight Nate now. That's, like, the only big money fight for Conor is maybe Nate or even Nick.
Right. And then did you see that thing with Robbie Lawler? What he was talking to Nick after the fight?
Yeah.
What a good dude.
And he's like, you need anything, let me know.
Yeah, he's like, there's something wrong. Is there something wrong?
Yeah.
And it was like, that's a good thing. Like, it might be condescending for Nick in the moment, but I know Nick took it the right way because it did look like there was something wrong.
He said, are you good? And Nick was like, yeah. And he's like, no, man, in life.
Yeah.
Like, are you good?
Right.
If you need anything, call me. And I was like, fuck, dude, that's badass.
Yeah, because Nick was, out of shape, even though, like, 6 months prior, he was really in shape. So he was out of shape. He didn't look like he wanted to be in there. He didn't look like he was in it. He had a good fight. I mean, a lot of people were giving him shit, but it just seems there was something off. They
were saying, though, that he took this fight on 6 weeks notice, and you usually get a 3-month camp minimum, 3 to 6 months. So technically he took it on short-term notice, and he kept on saying, like, I don't even know how this fight happened. I had changes in my management. I don't even know how this got signed. Like, it wasn't something he wanted. Like, maybe he wanted a warm-up fight.
Right.
And then to get thrown in with Robbie right away. Like, I don't know. He was saying some weird shit.
I don't know.
But he didn't make no excuses. He was like, hey, I had it coming. Come ask it.
It was weird seeing him quit, though.
Yeah, I've never seen that. Right?
From a Diaz brother,
seeing
him
just being
quit?
like, I'll keep getting my ass kicked until it's over.
Yeah, fuck you. Like, I'm going to go until like, I literally can't go anymore.
Yeah.
It was weird seeing him quit. It was kind of like, the Diaz brothers don't do that.
No,
you know
that was
weird. Seeing that, I was like, ugh, that was weird, man. And then
you
saw right after.
It's sad seeing Nate talk to him to the fence, like, hey, man, you did good. Like,
yeah.
little brother consoling the big brother.
Right.
That's kind of.
Yeah. He broke his nose and quit, and I was just kind of like, that sucks, man.
Yeah.
There's something not right going on.
I know he has a lot of mental health stuff that he struggles with, anxiety and stuff like that. And he said it was a real stressful fight for him. So.
Yeah. I mean, I hope Nick comes back and fights again. Carlos Condit retired.
Yeah.
The fucking natural born killer, dude.
That'd be a good one. Like, if Condit wanted to have a going away fight, him and Nick, that'd be pretty dope.
That would be dope.
Yeah.
Carlos Condit was one of the most underrated fighters. That's like my era of UFC. I fucking loved Carlos Condit. Met him at some point with you. He was a cool ass fucking guy. Coolest guy ever, dude.
Yeah.
So
he wasn't trying to rush us through or anything.
No, he was the shit, dude.
Yeah.
Sucks that he's retiring. It makes you feel old. You're just like, fuck, man. This guy was in his prime when I was growing up.
He got a title shot against GSP. He was fucking everybody up until everybody was fucking everybody up until they met GSP. Thiago Alves fucking everybody up until he met GSP. Hendricks until he met GSP.
Yeah.
Condit.
Yeah. They were saying Carlos Condit's one of the greatest fighters ever to never win a UFC title.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, I'm pretty sure he won an interim, but as soon as he fought GSP, like, he almost won and then just didn't.
He had like a crazy record. Like, I don't know. It was like pretty almost.
It was a pretty hefty. Yeah. It was a pretty hefty resume.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you on the Fury Wilder fight. I know he knocked him out at the end, but how much was it just the fatigue? Kind of like what Conor and Mayweather. Conor said, like, he hits like a bitch. I was just tired. Right. So he was just like taking shots. Like, fuck, I'm just tired,
Right. I was talking to my boy Chubby about this. Shout out to Chubby. It's my guy. We talk about all of the the fighting stuff. So anything that's like combat sports, we talk about all the time. That's my go-to guy for that. And I was talking, and he was like all of the strikes he was taking, like, I was telling him, like, yo, if you notice, like, all of the strike that knocked out Deontay Wilder was the same strike that he was getting hit with, on point, same position, same strength for 5 rounds.
Yeah.
So to your point, I think Deontay Wilder has a fucking, like, obsidian jaw. Like a fucking kryptonite jaw, dude. Like, he was taking some fucking mean strikes. And I was telling him, like, I don't know if this is a fact or not, but from my experience, from what I know, you are just the more tired you get, the less your chin can handle. So I think like at some point his body was just like, all right, we can't take any more. And then he took one punch and shut his fucking power off. But his body just was like, we can't go anymore. And then just fucking took that punch. He was like, all right, that's it. And we're done. And just put him down. Like, he didn't have the strength. He didn't have the fucking, the gas tank. He didn't have the energy. Like, his body just fucking couldn't go anymore. And then that punch just fucking shut the lights off.
Yeah. It's a great fight, though, because he dropped fucking Fury twice in the fourth.
Classic. All-time classic. Instant classic. It'll be remembered for a very long time.
It was a really good fight.
Really good
fight. Sports weekend overall.
Right.
UCLA had a good game. Football. The UCLA basketball is almost about to start, too.
Oh, I'm going to watch the shit out of that.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking Johnny Juzang, my fucking
almost
guy.
all those guys came back.
I'm so excited to watch them.
Like, they should have a great year, dude.
Yeah, I'm going to watch
them. Unless it was a fucking fluke. Who knows?
Well, they were like 16th.
Yeah, there was only one double digits when they came down. It was like 1 versus 2, 1 versus fucking 12 or something like that. You know?
It was fucking absurd. So maybe we might not have a good regular season, but just barely get into the playoffs again and then have another Cinderella.
They should start us out pretty highly ranked, though, just off of last year.
Yeah, for sure.
And how many starters we have coming back.
Right.
You know?
So, should be fun to watch. I'm so excited to watch Johnny Juzang.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm so
Shout
stoked.
out Johnny Juzang.
Fucking goat.
Yeah.
Johnny basketball, baby. But yeah, that he fucking highlight reeled them, dude. Like, bad. Like, that's gonna be like, it was one of those things where you seen the punch and it was fucking so picture perfect, and the way his body just kind of slumped over and fell into the ropes and then fell back. You were just like, oh fuck. You're just like, holy shit. And then you see that fucking right at, I mean, you did see it because you did send it to me the day after, but I was like up at 4 a.m. and then I saw someone post fucking Tyson Fury's raving with Steve Aoki.
Yeah.
I was like, what the
They're like, how do you go fucking 11 rounds in a title fight with
And
Wilder?
I was like, how long ago was this? 24 minutes ago? What the fuck?
And he's sitting there and he's like,
this fucking on
fat ass.
top of the fucking DJ booth going like this. I was like, hey, you fucking celebrate Tyson Fury.
Aoki took off his shirt too, like him.
Yeah. Fucking guy, dude. Fucking guy.
There's like nothing left for him, dude. Like maybe Andy
he's
Ruiz.
done. I think you retire.
You
You retire while you're on top. Who else you gonna fight? Maybe take Anthony Joshua just to fucking beat the shit out of Anthony Joshua, just to add it onto the resume.
Well, I don't know if he has. He might still have to because they signed a contract.
Right. So I hope he fights Anthony Joshua.
And I hate Anthony Joshua. Fucks him up nasty. Dude.
I fucking hate Anthony Joshua. He is such a bitch. He is. He's a bitch. Like
he comes in real, hi sir.
Hey sir. No, like he just. You could tell he doesn't. He doesn't have that killer's instinct. Like he's literally like, I'm not saying he's a bitch, like he's a bad person. I'm sure he's a good fucking guy, an amazing. You just don't. You could tell like he isn't a tough guy. You
said it right. You got to have a killer instinct in the combat sport.
He just doesn't have it. He dodges people. He's afraid of certain people. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't fucking like Anthony Joshua because I like people who fight to like. The best fighters are the people I respect are the guys who want to be in there. No, like if I want to win this. Like, if I want to be on top, I got to be on top. I got to fight the best, right?
Yeah.
But he's on top, and he's like, I don't want to fight that guy. I'm too scared. Like, he dodged Deontay Wilder for fucking years.
Yeah. That needs to be the next fight right there.
Yeah. The two guys who are on...
Looking to get back in the win column. And then the guy that beat Anthony Joshua against Andrew Ruiz, because they're about the same size now. Ruiz lost all that weight.
Yeah.
That'd be a good little scrap.
I love watching Andy Ruiz fight. Because he's so fast and so strong, but he's, like, big.
Yeah.
You're like, somebody that Canelo, big shouldn't be fucking swinging that fast and that hard.
He lost a lot of weight working with Canelo.
And he was almost worse. Like
after not
yeah.
having that weight.
So he fought, beat the shit out of somebody, right? Or I think he had just lost Anthony Joshua because Anthony Joshua was literally jabbing and running because he didn't want to get hit. So he literally just bit like Frankie Edgar fought him. Just did the bare minimum to win the rounds. And then he was really good still, but he just didn't get an opportunity because, Anthony Joshua used his size and literally just get away from me, little boy, pretty much, right?
Yep.
And then he lost all that weight, and he won the fight, but it wasn't, like, convincingly.
Against Chris Arreola?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's a weird after fucking interview, and Chris Arreola's going off fucking cussing, saying, fuck everybody, fuck these motherfuckers. And then you just see Andrew Ruiz in the back just like...
He's a good fighter.
Just waiting his turn to talk.
Right.
Like, it was really fucking awkward, dude.
Dude, you see somebody like that who's a fucking kill. Everybody says this about Andy Ruiz. You're not going to hear something new. What's about to come out of my mouth is not going to be new. Fucking strong, like a vicious boxer. one of the best Mexican boxers, like, in this generation. Like, he's fucking a beast, right? And then you hear him talking, he's like, oh, yeah, he was a good fighter, and, I just, it was a good time. He just has, like, a very fucking, like...
like Anderson Silva?
Yeah, like Anderson Silva, literally. Literally, like, a high-pitched, like, fucking soft voice.
Like, is something wrong with the sound booth? Like, are you guys fucking with me right now?
You guys notch it up notch the pitch up a little bit, like,
for real.
You just fucking, he's a good fighter, and, I just did my best, and you're just like, oh, wow, like, I would have expected him to be like, yeah, I come in here and I knocked this bitch ass out,
if
but
he
he's just
dies,
like, oh, I'm the best,
He's fucking Ivan Drago.
Right, so, yeah, boxing's fun. Tyson Fury's on top. Oh, I can't wait to see what Deontay Wilder can do, like what he's gonna do next, because he did look fundamentally better in this fight. He was less wild with this punch.
I think he needs to stick to the fundamentals and not so much the weight training and just box people, because I think the weight training, the muscle mass, because he did put on more muscle,
right,
is gassing him out, and he's just hoping for that right hand to come through.
Right.
Like if he were to just kind of, I'm not saying lose the muscle, but like work on the cardio.
Right.
I think he could come back and be.
Well, it's like,
again.
dude, like what are you putting muscle mass on for? You were knocking people out viciously with the weight you were at.
Yeah.
So why do you think? Okay, so here's what I got to do. I got to put on that more weight. No, you're viciously knocking people the fuck out with the weight.
Maybe that's
at.
his corner. That's not a good corner. Not. He has too many yes men. Like, okay, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, but I will say though, those fucking coaches were elite though, because they were telling him the right shit on both sides. At least one of the coaches were for Deontay Wilder. Like you said, it could be some other coaches.
Yeah.
At least one of them during the fight, like, gave some fucking spot on, perfect fucking like advice. Because one thing that I always see in the UFC is how the cornermen don't.
I hate that.
They either don't give it to him straight or they just don't tell him the right shit. And it's like, fuck, dude, it's not that he doesn't do this. It's that he has to do this, But, like, you literally said, you're like, dude, like, that fucking jab is beating the shit out of Deontay Wilder. Like, that jab is working. Yep. And he went to the corner and he went to Tyson Fury. And I loved this corner, man. Like, he became one of my favorites. Like, he goes, just in that moment, I was like, yeah, he's going to be a guy that I'm going to look forward to watching his fighters fight just to see his coaching. But he comes in and he's like, man, fucking jab him. Easy as shit. Fucking jab him. He was just like, jab the fuck out of him. Jab, jab, jab. That's all you gotta do. It's the easiest shit. Textbook shit. Just fucking jab him. And then he comes out there and then fucking Fury just jabbed the fuck out of him.
And jabbed and set up that right. Dude.
And then you were literally seeing... One thing Deontay Wilder also has to work on is his fucking poker face.
Yeah.
Because you could tell he was hurt and you could tell he was tired. Because the jab is just fucking... You just fucking... You could see it on his face.
And his eyes were getting big, like before he got knocked out last time.
You're just like, dude, holy fuck. Like, it looked almost meaner than it should have. Because, you'll see other guys take punches, you're like, okay, and then they're back.
Oh, they'll try to shake it off.
Or they'll try to shake it off, right? But he was just
fucking...
fucking...
Like, no.
Like, eyes almost crossed, like, just fucking... Right?
And you gotta be careful for that, because if it went the distance and the judge has seen that, oh, yeah, he got his ass beat.
Right.
Just the way he was reacting. He got fucked up,
Right.
You can never trust the judges, dude.
But that corner advice was fucking perfect. Just fucking jab him. Yeah. It's the easiest shit. The most textbook shit. Just fucking jab him.
2 rounds before I was saying that, dude. They gotta keep fucking jabbing. The jab's there.
Working.
The jab's working.
The jab's working.
And I was all excited when I heard that. I was like, oh, see, I told you.
Yeah, and then he came out and just fucking Tyson Fury just fucking boom and just fucking literally cocking his head back. It was fucking vicious, dude. Yeah. And I was like, that jab set up the knockout.
Yep.
So it was just fucking... I don't know. I love seeing cornermen. Like, that's why, I think his name's Teddy Atlas. Teddy Atlas, right? Or am I thinking of someone else?
Teddy Atlas is the white dude.
Right, who coaches, right? The fucking guy with, the super New York accent.
White guy got, a weird Frankenstein haircut. Are you thinking of Freddie Roach? Freddie Roach is the one that coaches, Pacquiao.
I don't think it's Freddie I think I'm thinking of Teddy. He's got a super straight face.
Yeah, I think that's Teddy Atlas.
Right. I used to love watching Teddy Atlas corner videos. Yeah, because he would have some great, he would throw metaphors in there. He would just be like my favorite one that I always tell you about. He'll literally just throw a metaphor in there. He'll be like, we're fucking firemen. All right. You see the flame, we control them, and then you take them out. You control the flame. And he was just like, we're fucking firemen. Go in there. He was like, we train in the heat. We love the heat. All right, we're fucking firemen. Take the flame, control it, and then put it out. And you're just like, fuck yeah, dude. If that were my cornerman, I'd be like, yeah, I don't care how fucking tired I am. Just from that speech alone, I'm getting a second when I'm going out there and fucking that dude up.
I'd be like, fuck you, you ain't out there.
He was like, we fucking train in the heat. We love the heat. And I was just like, fuck yeah, dude. I would be like, yo, I need a cornerman like that. If I were in a UFC or if I boxed, like, I want a cornerman like that. Just to give me the, like, fucking, like, remember the Titan speech.
What if you said, like, some off-the-wall shit and you're like, wait, what the fuck? We work at a laundromat. You put quarters in the washer and it cleans your clothes. Do you want clean clothes?
Yes, some dirty clothing.
What? I don't know what I'm doing.
He goes and points at the other ring. That is dirty underwear.
Put a quarter in the washer. Like, what the fuck?
Okay.
And after 6 rounds, the washer's done. Now you got to put him in the dryer because he's done. Yeah. And then you fold it.
Fold him. Fold the man.
Right. Does that mean knock him out? Like, am I losing? What's going on?
Yeah, you put him in the washer with a jab, and then you fold him. You fold him with the right. And you're just like, okay.
Then he comes back. You know why that round didn't work? You forgot the fucking fabric softener.
Dude. And then the fucking other speech that fucking Teddy Atlas had where he was coaching this one dude who, it was cool, too, because he was reaching him. But he had a translator, so the guy couldn't understand what he was saying. So, Teddy was screaming at his face, and then the translator was, like, translating it to him. So he was just looking at Teddy Atlas, getting the advice from his translator. And fucking Teddy Atlas, so the boxer, his dad had died weeks prior.
Oh, shit.
And so his dad couldn't be there to see him fight. So Teddy was like, he was saying something on the line stuff like, do you believe in a miracle? We could bring your dad back tonight. And he's going to see that his son is the new world champion. Tonight, we could bring him back. And he could say, and you could say that you made your father proud. And that his son is the new world champion, right? And he was saying stuff like that, right? And he was like, you got to go in there. You blah, 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 giving this advice. We're bringing your father back. And he's going to see that his son is the new world champion. And he came out there and fucked him up and won the title. And then he brought up the fucking picture of his dad. And he was like, "Fuck yeah, dude!" He's like,
"You gotta be careful on the flip side, though, dude. Like, what if you lost?"
Right.
And it's like, "Fuck."
Dude, did you see that other one Teddy Atlas had with this fucking one dude, this one boxer, and like this one boxer was lazy as fuck, and so Teddy was getting fucking pissed with him, and so like every round he would just fucking amp it up, like the corner advice, he would amp it up, like it would like, because one thing that I think corner coaches really need is the Teddy Atlas effect.
Yeah.
Because these guys are coming in there with a plan. They know what they need to do. And chances are they know what they're doing wrong.
Yeah.
So at some point, it just needs to be the motivation. At some point, you just got to come in there and motivate them. And be like, yo, this is your fucking shot. This is your chance to prove everybody wrong. You go in there and you fucking take this. You inspire them and give them a second win. Because at some point, at a certain point, you got to be like, okay, they know. Like, you don't need to give them the same advice you gave them last round.
Yeah.
Like, they need motivation right now. And that's what Teddy Atlas was good at. So, like, you would first, like, Teddy Atlas, he was like, give them a super inspiring thing, and then fucking give them the advice very shortly and minimally at the end. But then you start out with the fucking, like, inspiration, like the fireman quote, right?
Yeah.
And then you go, okay, then, now you just take the jab, and then you do something small, right? Maybe it's a little bit harder with MMA because there's more,
aspects of
more
fighting.
Aspects, right? Where either with boxing, it's just kind of like, the right hands, the left hands, the jabs, the distance, right? But
Head
maybe it's a little bit different.
yeah.
But I just feel like they need that more. And like Teddy Atlas had that one where this dude was a fucking lazy fighter. He wasn't performing well, and you could tell like he wasn't really trying that well. And the round came, the round ended, and he walked to the corner like all fucking Wumpty Dumpty, and then fucking Teddy comes out, and he's like, man, are you fucking trying? Are you fucking trying? You need to start fucking trying. Like, you need to put in some fucking work, right? And he was getting pissed. Comes out again. Ding, bell, same shit. He comes back in the corner and he's like, ref, come here. And he brings the ref into the corner with him. And he's like, I will fucking tell this man to stop the fight if you're not going to fucking try. I will tell this man to stop the fight if you're not going to put in the fucking work. Do you want me to tell him to stop the fight? He's like, no. He's like, then put in the fucking work. Comes out in the round, tries a little bit more, but same shit. Comes in the corner. He's like, do you want me to get your fucking son on the phone? Your son's watching this fight and he's disappointed in his fucking father. And you're just like, oh shit. And he's like, is that what you want to come back home? Do you want to come home back to your fucking son who's going to be crying watching his dad get his fucking ass beat? Pretty much shit like that,
He's
right?
Look at you and call you a pussy when you walk in the door.
Yeah, right? He's like, is this what you want to look like? Right? Shit like that. And you're just like, that's what you need, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like people like fucking, like people that would like, feed off of shit like that is like the fucking, the Max Holloways maybe, just the guys who like have that heart, but just need that fucking kind of like what are the things that they put on their chest? They just they need the fucking
defibrillator,
like the defibrillator, right? They need the fucking extra fucking wave, right?
Chris, the guy we were talking about at the beginning,
right?
He used to do MMA too, and Kraus, the guy that fights in the UFC, used to corner him. He said that Kraus would tell him shit like that, like that guy across the fucking ring right there wants to murder your fucking wife, your kids, your mom, your dad after this fucking fight. Are you gonna let him? If he walks out of this fucking cage, he's gonna go and kill your family. Right. You're the only one standing in front of him. Or what the fuck are you gonna do? You gonna do something? Like, he'd hype him up like that.
Yeah, that's what you need.
Yeah,
man.
He said he loved that shit. Like, he would fucking.
I would love that shit too.
Heinous shit. Like, and he'd go out there like, and he'd put it in his head like, I can't let this motherfucker leave.
Right.
I gotta take this fool out.
Right. Because if I know what I need to do. If I'm not in it mentally, and I maybe have mentally checked out, like I've given up, like I need someone to come into the corner and be like, "You fucking got this," pretty much, but in a more fucking less corny way. Just be like, like, you know what you could do, you know where you could be, whatever. Just give me a fucking crazy speech so I could be out there and you know what? Fuck yeah, I need that fucking extra motivation. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Because one thing you don't want to see is you're mentally checked out, and then you're looking at the guy like, you need to just control the jab more. Maybe take him down. You like they're just not matching your energy, and you could maybe feed up, like see their energy, like they've mentally probably checked out too, and just kind of like, fuck, Like I've had those where it's like I was fighting fucking Beans, that fucking one kid who had killer fucking body kicks. Like I was just like fucking like hurt. I was like, fuck, man, I don't got any, man. And the fucking coach didn't give a fuck. Just super mellow, straightforward. Just like, oh, do this, do that. I'm like, I fucking know, dickhead. But I've like already mentally checked out. Like I think that's when you need the coach to come in there and be like. That's why you have the coaches who teach you the technical shit, and then you have the fucking hype coaches. Yeah. I think sports in general needs more hype coaches.
Oh yeah, that's kind of like, I know the fucking Jets are sucking right now, but I like the coach, their head coach, because that fool gets hype as fuck.
Yeah, he gets fucking hyped. Like I need some, like give them some fucking crazy fucking speech, dude. Like, I honestly believe that's why Tampa Bay won the Super Bowl. Because you hear about did you hear about all the players talking about Tom Brady's pregame speech?
Mm-mm.
They were like, it wasn't televised. There was no cameras in the room. Nobody was recording. It was only us in the moment. And Tom Brady gave us the greatest speech that I've ever heard in my life. And they went out there and won the Super Bowl. I guarantee that's what it was. That all of those guys were super fucking, like, might have been nervous, but in that moment they were like, you know what? The nervousness left, and then it was just pure fucking adrenaline and inspiration, just fucking. Because apparently he came in there and cut one of the craziest fucking, like, hype promos ever, dude. Like, he came in there and said some fucking, like, inspiring shit about legacy and about what this fucking game means and how you're going to be remembered as a Super Bowl champion and shit. And everybody left that locker room like, holy fuck. And they were like,
"It's like leak it or nothing." Like,
no, there was nobody recording. They were like, there was no phones, there was no cameras. It was literally the only people who heard it were the people in that room, and it'll be like a fucking folk tale for the rest of eternity.
That's kind of cool,
right?
Yeah.
Like you're gonna tell that to your grandkids. Cooler. I played with Tom Brady back in my day, and we were in the Super Bowl, and you give your kids that fucking crazy like pretty much not verbatim.
He told me he'd kill me if I didn't win.
He said we're all fired, and that he runs this shit, and that he owns the fucking Bucks.
He said he's actually an alien, and he'd fucking kill all of us if we didn't fucking win.
There's a segue, dude.
Oh, yeah.
We had talked about this earlier.
So just because, like, we kind of been beating the horse on sports, but it was a big week on sports, so we kind of had to, like, touch base on a lot of the stuff.
Right.
But you remember on Men in Black how there was, like, a part, like, they had Michael Jackson was an actual alien.
Right.
And then they had, like, different people, and they're like, oh, and he's like, I didn't know that guy was an alien.
Right.
So who would be the aliens in our sports today? Like, you're just freak of nature, and you're like, how the fuck did they do that? Like Tyson Fury, I would say, is probably an alien, because look at his body. Like, he's a fucking fat blobby guy, and you think this guy's not fucking good. Wilder's gonna fuck him up.
Yeah,
and he fucked people up.
Right. Fury's a good one. Aaron Donald is a for sure. Derrick Henry for sure. I would say Derrick Henry for sure.
Oh yeah.
He just mows people. Like I think I had a dream yesterday that I was a linebacker and I had to guard fucking Derrick Henry, and I was like, I'm not going. This guy's gonna go through me right now. Like in the dream, I was like, he's gonna go through me. Yeah, I was just, I was like, this guy's going through me, and that's how I guarantee that's how linebackers and safety seals are like. I'm gonna try just so I don't get fired, but this guy's gonna run through me right now. He's literally gonna pick me up on his back like I'm his child, and he's gonna go into the end zone.
I'm just gonna hold on for dear life and hope.
I'm gonna hope that enough of my fucking guys help me out, because he's gonna come through like a fucking freight train.
And if I drop him, I'm gonna jump up like it was all me.
Right. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Derrick Henry is a guy that nobody could overpower. He's gonna run through you, right? So I think Derrick Henry's one.
What about Francis Ngannou?
He's not
got freakish power.
He's got freakish power, but he's somebody who's like showed that he could bleed. Like Stipe Miocic in the first fight embarrassed the fuck out of him. Yeah. Now he's more of an alien because now he knows how to wrestle. Now he has wrestling defense. Now he's got the striking with like the wrestling defense because he's been working with Kamaru.
Yeah.
Kamaru, I would say, is a fucking alien.
How about Cesaro?
Fucking Cesaro, yeah, dude. Fucking
got like freak of nature strength.
Freak of nature. Like, he's like skinny and
guy.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not
ripped,
skinny, but he's like he's not. He's
lean.
definitely not. He's lean, but he's definitely not like fucking Derrick Henry, DK Metcalf. You know what I mean? Like strong.
Yeah, picking up Big Show. And fucking
Hunter Renfro might be one.
Oh yeah.
Hunter Renfro's an alien. That footwork is yeah. That fucking footwork is unearthly.
Yeah.
That footwork is unearthly. That route running is unearthly. It's fucking yeah. He's an alien.
What about like Barry Sanders from back in the day? So they have pictures of that fool when he's like making cuts, and it looks like his body's fully sideways, like the Matrix.
Right.
He's just cutting direction.
Fucking
Bo Jackson.
Dude.
But then he got hurt, so I don't know if he'd be an alien.
Yeah. And then there's who else?
Shohei Ohtani.
Ooh, yeah, Ohtani.
What the fuck his name is?
Shohei, yeah. Showtime. He's a fucking. He's definitely an alien. You know who else is a fucking alien, dude? Is I was literally. Patrick Mahomes is definitely an alien.
Yeah.
The throws that guy makes, that guy's an alien for sure.
His no look is because he has a fucking eye in his ear hole.
Yeah, definitely, dude. That guy's Superman. That guy on Patrick Mahomes' Earth, he could fly.
Yeah.
That's probably why he could.
There's just too many humans on his team. That's why they struggle. Yeah.
Right. I mean, he's he's got a little bit downgraded in his ability, so it's easier for people to tackle him on Earth. But
so speaking of like aliens and stuff, I wanted to bring this up like an episode or two ago. Like, what do you think? Why do you think we're so far behind in our technology? Like, we have like a lot of crazy technology,
right?
But like in Back to the Future, they predicted flying cars in 2015. 2015 came and went. Like, we can send ships into space. We could do all this crazy shit. How come we can't make cars fly?
If you think about it, it's kind of both. It was kind of like the 80s, kind of being a little bit ambitious with the future. But we were kind of fast with the shit that we got. A little bit, you know? Like from the 2000s and 20 years of shit we've been able to like from like smart to like smartphones to like fucking iPhones to like we've progressed in 20 years like pretty fucking crazily. Oh
yeah, there's more aliens. There's Elon Musk. He's a fucking alien.
He's an alien. Oh, fucking Mark Zuckerberg. Alien. That guy's an alien, but he's a bad actor. Like the other aliens are like good actors, but he's a bad actor alien.
Like, you're a fuck. We know you're an
weird talks like this. We coming out with Facebook. Yeah, that's exactly. That's how fucking Mark Zuckerberg is, dude. He just freaks you out.
Well, like Bill Gates. Steve Jobs.
Right. It's like that fucking meme though with or like that joke that Bill Burr has where he's like, "Why the fuck does everybody swear by these people? He didn't do shit. He ran into a fucking room and was like, hey, get my fucking, all my favorite music and put it in that little box right there. Do it. And he's like, they didn't do shit. They didn't fucking put wires together and shit. They didn't do shit. They literally just got a bunch of real smart people. And they're like, do this. And then they were the ones going onto the fucking stage.
Yeah.
Taking credit for it.
It was just their ideas.
Right.
But they didn't that's true.
Yeah, that Bill Burr joke makes me laugh every fucking time.
I could only imagine, especially the way he says it with his voice.
Right.
Yeah.
He's fucking hilarious, dude. And speaking of comedians, dude, so I'm somebody who fucking despises dark humor. Anybody who, well, certain dark humor, I guess I could say, because I'm literally about to talk about a person that I love who has dark humor. But, people always say fucked up shit and excuse it as dark humor. Oh no, I was saying it to be funny. It's dark humor. That's just my thing. It's like, no, you're just a dick.
Yeah.
You're just a piece of shit. And you said something fucked up, and you're trying to excuse it as fucking dark humor. I fucking hate people like that, right?
Yeah.
Or like you bullied this kid, and then you try to excuse it. You just have dark humor, making fun. Like you just like dumb shit, right? So I don't like dark humor. I don't like when people joke about death. I don't like when people joke about rape. I don't like when people joke about fucking all of like that traumatic shit, like murder, right?
Yeah.
There's this one comedian who is fucking hilarious that I will fucking like. If he were super mainstream, he would get fucking canceled probably. But he has this superpower of making people laugh by telling the darkest shit. Taking very, very dark subjects, the rapes, the murder, the suicides, the fucked up shit, taking those subjects and making the funniest jokes out of them. He has abortion jokes, just like, you hear that and you're like, there's no way I'm going to laugh at this dude. And then you watch his stand-up specials and you're like, how the fuck is he making me laugh at this shit? So Anthony Jeselnik became one of my favorite fucking comedians because of that. And so I swear by fucking Anthony Jeselnik. I fucking love him. I love him as a human, as a fucking comedian. When I see him on podcasts, like on Tiger Belly and shit, I think he's just fucking hilarious. I like his personality. I like the shit that he says, right?
He's an alien.
He's an alien. He's pretty much an alien. He sounds like an alien, too.
He sounds like one. That's why I was saying.
Yeah, he sounds like one, too. And so one day, my sisters were talking about comedy. And they were scrolling through the comedy section. And I was like, oh, Anthony Jeselnik's special. Like, have you guys heard of Anthony Jeselnik? And they were like, no. And I pretty much told them what I just said in the past 3 minutes. Where I was like, oh, yeah, he's this guy, dark humor, blah, 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 blah. So I was like, we should watch one. I told them, let's put on one of his specials. Let's hear one joke. We ended up watching the entire fucking stand-up. It went from, let's watch one joke. One joke from the joke to the punchline, and that's it. And you can turn it off. But they went from one joke to another joke to another joke, and they fucking were dying laughing the entire time. And they were like...
Netflix?
Netflix, yeah.
I'm gonna check it out.
And that was probably... The reason why I'm bringing it up is because it was probably my proudest moment as an older brother. The fact that I put them on Anthony Jeselnik was like a... Like when Dominic got really good at Fortnite. That was my like, fuck yeah. You know, he's the next coming. You know what I mean? Like that was another moment for me where I was just like... Yes, my sisters love Anthony Jeselnik. I'm not the only one, right? They were fucking dying laughing. Like there was jokes that he had about fucking abortions, murder, suicide jokes. And Lizzie was like, the fucking punchline is fucking perfect. And it's like, it's also how fucking nonchalant about it that makes it fucking hilarious, right? Yeah. And so she didn't say fucking, obviously, but like she was like, it's funny. I don't know why, but it's fucking funny. Like, and she was like, these are like subjects that you don't joke about, but he somehow makes these jokes about these subjects and sets them up in a way and has a punchline that you don't expect, and it makes you fucking laugh. Like either oh fuck laughter or like a no way like he just makes you laugh, right? Yeah. And so that was one of my fucking proudest moments. You guys need to, if you like comedy, if you like laughing, put on a Anthony Jeselnik special and tell me what you think. All right. Because I know he's a little 50-50. If you don't know who he is, you might be a little turned off. He's definitely a particular taste. You definitely have to be open-minded to like Anthony Jeselnik is all I'll say. Yeah. But he's fucking hilarious, dude. And that was one of my proudest moments. I was like, yes. And then after the fucking special was over, it was like an hour and a half. It was like 3 in the morning, and we were reciting jokes and shit. So it was one of my proudest moments. I was just like, yes.
I've done it. My job here is done.
My job here is done. We've been going for like 57 minutes. Is there anything else you want to talk
about? No. The people that watch, please leave comments. Give us something. Right. We want you guys to tell us what you guys want us to talk about. That's all. Right. I don't know. Give us something. Otherwise, we're just going to keep doing us.
Yeah. There's just...
Which is completely fine because I enjoy it.
Right. It's cool.
But I also want to make sure we help our audience, you know?
Right. And it's also cooler to just talk about shit that we just don't already talk about. Yeah. I
got to definitely watch that special on Netflix, though.
There's 2. I want to watch the second one with them, but...
Give me the name of the first one.
The first one is when he was younger. He has no facial hair. I'll go look it up. But he's fucking hilarious. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. I saw that special, and I was like that stand-up comedy looks like fun. And then I thought, again, I was like, fuck no.
Yeah. Because I think of the moment right before going out there, and just like, nah, I'm not going to happen.
Because one thing that every stand-up comic has said is that you will bomb. And that is something that I can't deal with. Yeah. So I think I could I come up with jokes and could I possibly do stand up if I put my fucking all into it? Maybe, but I don't have the mental fortitude to make it. Yeah. Because I would, if nobody laughed, I would walk off the stage, cry, and go home and fucking never see the public eye again.
I liked hearing the stories of people bombed though. Like I like Stevie Weeby's story when he bombed.
He's like, "Oh, I did good," and they were like, "They said you need to go home."
Yeah, and his brother sends him home.
Just go home.
And then the mom tries to talk to him about it. He's like, "You don't understand comedy, Mom."
Yeah, that shit's so funny. Like, can I definitely come up with write jokes that could be funny? Sure. But I don't have the mental fortitude to come up there and, like, tell those jokes and have people not laugh.
I think I could go up there and say it and bomb and be okay with it. I can't write jokes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know how to write them. Like, I think that's a skill set.
Right. And there's really different styles. There isn't like a...
I wouldn't even know where to begin or how to start. People say I'm funny for the most part, and I think I just do it naturally because I just say random shit. But to actually write stuff to say later, I couldn't do it.
I can't.
I draw
and
blanks.
So that's why if I'm gonna make it in comedy, it'll be in like movies or TV shows.
Yeah.
Right. Or it'll be like in set. Like I feel like in another life, I'm writing for SNL. I could definitely write jokes.
That'd be awesome.
It'd be fucked up jokes. Like it'd be jokes that not a lot of people would like.
It'd be on pay-per-view.
Right. But it's jokes that I think are funny.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
And did we talk about Norm Macdonald on this show?
I think we brought him up.
I just want to give a shout out to Norm Macdonald because I've been watching a lot of him. I know I said it, I probably did. We probably did bring him up, and I probably did say some shit on the lines of this, but I didn't say this part. I've been streaming consistently. By the way, I took a 2-day break because I was just like, I don't feel like it. I might stream again tomorrow, on Monday. So as you're seeing this, I might be streaming. But I was streaming one day, and this is how fucking genius Norm Macdonald is. His jokes are funny no matter where it came from. His jokes, what the jokes were funny.
His delivery.
Right? His delivery was great, but the fact that his jokes are funny, like, without, like, me saying the joke.
Yeah.
Like, that just goes to show how funny he was. Like, I remember saying one of his jokes about that one joke where he was talking about being a closeted homosexual.
Oh, yeah.
To, like, what was he, Larry King or whatever?
Larry King. Larry King's like...
Yeah, he's like, is there anything that nobody knows about you? And he was like, yeah, I'm a closeted homosexual. A deeply closeted homosexual. They're like, so that means you're gay? He's like, no, I'm a deeply closeted homosexual. So he's like, so what you're saying is you're very, very gay and just don't want to say it. Yeah, exactly. And I remember telling that entire joke to my best friends, Lucian and Isaiah, and they were fucking cracking up laughing. And it just goes to show how fucking funny that guy was, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So... Guy's a fucking comedic genius, dude. I love going on YouTube and just watching it, like listening to jokes that he's told because he's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
He is fucking hilarious. So
another guy that fought, a battle silently without nobody knowing.
Right.
Didn't want anybody's pity, didn't want a pity laugh. He wanted to just make you laugh in general.
Right. So
it's crazy to hear that he's gone.
Right. Rest in peace, Norm Macdonald. And if you want to follow the podcast, you can follow it at SIAE Podcast on Twitter. I'm going to stop shouting that out because we don't use that. So Stuck in the Elevator Podcast on Instagram. That's the only one we use. That's the only one we're active on. You can follow him on it because he's really active on the Instagram. He uses the Instagram. So if you want to reach out to him, Stuck in the Elevator Podcast on Instagram. If you want to follow me, it's Xander on Twitter, Twitch, and on YouTube. Xander, TIS Xander. And then Xander MP3 on Instagram. I'm super active on 3 or 4 of those. I'm editing. I have a lot of edited YouTube videos that I might start putting out, like rage videos and shit. My fuse has been cut a little short recently with some recent events that's been going on in my life, so my fuse has been a little bit shorter. So I have some hilarious videos of me being very fucking angry, coming up some rage tages and some angry Uno and fucking just a lot of good shit coming on YouTube. So make sure you check it out. And
what about our TikTok?
Yeah, that one didn't even, the fucking engine didn't even start on that one. Like it was like and it just didn't start. So
I like the new camera thing. I like this view, the one you're using.
Yeah, I tried something new. We're trying to mix shit up. Yeah, that's that. Shout outs to Bozo and Mookie who don't get any fucking
Mookie,
love.
right there.
They're literally, or he, Mookie.